Miley, I'm not sure if I can see you as my daughter-in-law. Helen, what do you mean by that? Well, your skills as a housewife are questionable. Well, I'm not saying I'm a perfect housewife, but I've definitely put in my fair share to keep this household running. Just hoping for a little acknowledgement, you know? I don't think it's a good idea to talk back to your mother-in-law in the first place. And it's not fair to ignore what I say either. I've been working full-time all along. I've been handling everything from breakfast and lunch to cleaning and laundry. I've done all the shopping and made dinner myself. What more do you expect from me? Sean is getting frustrated with you because you keep complaining, but aren't taking any action to change things. What? I overheard you and Sean arguing, you know? Looks like you're moving out, huh? So, basically, you and Sean are getting divorced, right? Helen, you heard about that? Well, you're nothing more than a maid in this house. We wouldn't be troubled at all if you left. Actually, I'm happy to be able to live alone with Sean. I know. I must have just been a nuisance for you, Helen. I could sense it every single day. Well, you seem to understand pretty well. Thinking you can just rely on Sean's income for everything is just wishful thinking. I've never thought of anything like that. I have a job too, and I've never considered relying on someone else's income. Do you want to imply that you earn more than him? You're so arrogant, even though you have a comfortable life thanks to my son. Honestly, it's hard to understand how a wife who can't even do housework properly insists she's doing everything right. But honestly, I feel relieved that you'll be gone soon. It's not surprising that Sean wants a divorce from you. With all due respect, I have been putting up with everything for quite a while now. I can handle being alone just fine. Huh? You and Sean never appreciate me. Every time I try to say something, you two would say hurtful things. Like I'm useless at chores and less than a maid. I can't take being treated poorly anymore. So I'm the one asking for a divorce. Hey, what's gotten into you? Asking for a divorce out of nowhere? Slow down a bit, will you? You're not exactly a pro at housework. And for someone who talks big about their job, your income isn't exactly impressive. Take a break from the jokes, seriously. No, seriously. And my income isn't exactly low. It's better if I'm not around here, right? Yeah, that's true, but honestly, I think it was Sean who wanted the divorce. I mean, let's face it. You're not exactly the epitome of a charming wife, are you? Excuse me? Your cooking's a flop, cleaning's subpar, and the laundry's always a wreck. Just as I've been saying, you're no better than a housekeeper. That's because you constantly make unreasonable demands. So you blame me? You always ask for something else when I've planned a meal. So I end up improvising with what we have. I said I'd clean up after work, but 5 minutes before I leave, you'd insist I do it right away. And the laundry? I fold it neatly, but you mess it up before I can even put it away. It's just too much. Wow, you blame me for all your poor housework. You've got some serious nerve. You're even less suitable to be my daughter-in-law. I agree with you, and I'm fed up with being your daughter-in-law. Since you're getting divorced with my son anyway, you should leave our house today. You don't need to come back here ever again. Sounds good to me. I'm sorry to bother you on your busy morning before work. Miley, where the hell are you? Why do I have to tell you? I assumed your mother would have already filled you in on the situation. I've packed up all my essentials, so you can do whatever you want with the rest of my things. What's the deal with that? I've had enough of you and your mother. I never want to go back to that house ever. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, remember our chat about the divorce? You signed those papers, right? I've kept them in my bag all this time. Today's the day I file them. Wait a minute. I don't remember agreeing to that. But you did sign it, right? Signing means you've agreed to the divorce, you know. Well, I was pretty worked up when you brought up the whole divorce thing. So I just scribbled my signature on it in the heat of the moment. You know, I'd be in trouble if I divorced you, right? There's no way I'm supposed to go through with a divorce or anything like that. No, I'm serious. I'm fed up with both you and your mother. I come home from work exhausted, and there's not a word of comfort. Just orders to do chores one after another. There's nothing enjoyable about it. I'll talk to my mom. Why was I even in that house? Isn't family supposed to support each other and live with mutual respect? You're absolutely right. I won't stay where I'm not respected as a person. I'm definitely not going back. I'm sorry. That wasn't our intention. Seriously? You were complaining along with your mother. Who do you think you are to complain? I'm the one who pays the bills. I know that. You don't understand anything. That's why we're getting a divorce. I'm really sorry. How are we going to live without you? The fuck do I care? Figure it out with your beloved mother. I don't want anything to do with you too. Calm down and think about it. Mom's getting older. I'm sure we're gonna need to pay for her care. I know. I only make half of what you do. There's no way I can handle everything on my own. Then get another job or something. We're gonna be strangers soon. I won't pay anything for a stranger. That's why I'm asking you to reconsider the divorce. I'm sick and tired of you. Miley, how are you doing? I see you haven't blocked me. I'm glad to hear that. What do you want? At that moment, I didn't believe you'd actually go through with a divorce. I apologize for being so mean to you. You're creeping me out. You know, you can come back to our house, right? What the hell? You kicked me out, remember? I was mad. It's my fault. Wow. I just realized how messed up it was for me to behave like that. I'll take care of you if you come back. I apologize. Take care of me? What are you talking about? I'll cook, clean, and even do the laundry. I'm willing to do all of that for you. You treated me so disrespectfully. Remember when you said I was worse than a housekeeper? I'm apologizing about that, right? Also, I heard how much you make a year. What? I heard you earn $300,000 a year. That's really impressive. I had no idea you were earning that much. I feel terrible for bossing you around and being mean despite that. I won't be getting back with your son, even if you apologize. Every day felt like hell for me. And I just want to forget it all. That's why I'm going to make sure to repay you in every way possible from now on. Repay? I've put you through much. Let me make it up to you. Is that how you're going to act now that you know my income? You're something else. I want nothing to do with you anymore. Leave me alone. Hold on a second. Don't get ahead of yourself just because I held back. You think you can act all high and mighty just because you make more than Sean? Not happening. And after I've even considered welcoming you back as my daughter-in-law, you're refusing? Welcoming me back? Don't be silly. If anything, it's the other way around. You and your son can live happily together. I'm saying you should reconcile because we can't get along. Huh? What do you mean? Sean is always complaining about not having money. He doesn't even give me any allowance. I can't even go out to lunch with my friends. Oh yeah, I've been the one paying for everything. Plus, as I age, there's the concern of falling ill, you know? We need to ensure we have funds for that too. Oh, isn't that something you should discuss with your son? It's awkward for me, a stranger, to be told about it. I intend to pay for the care expenses of my own parents. So you should ask your son to pay for yours. Don't be stingy. I'm asking because my son can't afford it. He can't even make ends meet. Oh, I see. Well, that sucks for you. That doesn't mean I'm going to help you two out. Don't be ridiculous. You're way out of line. How about this? Could you help out with living expenses? Let's say, $10,000 a month? You're kidding, right? I don't get it. Why should I help you with your living expenses? You're as nagging and indecisive as ever. Can you just decide right now whether you'll pay for my care or help with monthly expenses? I really don't understand. Why are you short on money? Have you ever thought of asking your son that? Huh? What do you mean? Oh, you still don't know anything, huh? Do you have any idea why you are so broke? It's because of your son. How is it his fault? I won't help you with any of your expenses at all. Go ahead and ask your son. Wait, tell me what's going on. Miley, why'd you go and blurt out that stuff to Mom? Now things are tough every single day. Even if I didn't say anything, it would have come out eventually, right? About your massive debt? You wouldn't quit gambling no matter how many times I ask. And as a result, you ended up in debt, didn't you? It's your own fault, so it's no surprise it came out. Honestly, it was bound to come out. Yes, but was it really necessary to bring it up? Wow, are you serious? You asked me to keep quiet about it, so I worked my ass off to pay off your debts. And yet, your mother treated me like I was just a maid. She made me do everything and constantly belittled me. And you didn't even stand up for me. I'm sorry about that. Do you realize the effort I had to put in to clear your debts? I can't overlook that, and I'd rather not dwell on it. Mom gave the green light for us to reconcile, right? Huh? Don't be ridiculous. Who would get back together with you? I'm so busy paying my debts right now, I can't even make ends meet. I know. I was the one paying for everything, you know. I'm constantly pressured by my mom to provide for daily expenses and allowances. I'm struggling. Well, of course you are. You've been relying on someone else's paycheck for so long. It's no surprise you're feeling squeezed in your current lifestyle, huh? Then lend me a hand. even if it's just a little bit. You gotta pitch in. Why? We were married, don't forget that. We tied the knot out of love. I'm sure you still care enough to help me out. Wow. Come on, you earn a lot of money, so you can spare a little to help me out. Don't be stingy. Stop being delusional. It's your debt, so you need to handle it yourself. Relying on me is pointless. We're just divorced strangers now. That's harsh. If you're determined to do something about it, then you need to work hard yourself. Hey, Miley. I apologize for everything I did to you. It's all my fault. Please, come back. You're persistent, huh? No matter how much you beg me, there's no way I'm going back. We're on the brink of bankruptcy. My son's debts might force us to sell our home. If you can pay off your son's debts that way, why not do it? Well, it's not enough. Are you serious? Is it getting worse? Maybe. I don't know the original amount. What a scumbag. A scumbag. Maybe it's better if you go bankrupt. You're heartless, aren't you? You have no idea what is Sean going through. You should think about how he feels. You're undeniably the one who raised such a son. If you're feeling any responsibility, why don't you two pitch in and work to pay off the debt together? What are you talking about? There's no way I can work at my age. I don't think that's true. There are plenty of people your age working too. Everyone's just living life responsibly, you know. What? I don't think I can. Then what are you going to do? How about I work for you? What? I'll work as a housekeeper for you. You pay me $10,000 a month. I think I can work if you pay me that. It's a good idea, isn't it? What do you think? You must be out of your mind. No wonder why your son is messed up too. You don't understand anything, do you? Huh? I got better things to do than this. Please leave me alone. Oh no, I thought it was a good idea. I don't have anything to do with you crazy people. Think about how to live your life without me. Miley, why are you being like this? I'm your mother-in-law, remember? I divorced your son long time ago. I have nothing else to do with you. I'm blocking both of you, so please leave me alone. No. How are we going to live? Help us. After selling their house to pay off the debt, there was still some money left. Sean and his mother lost their home. And now they live in a small rented apartment, struggling to make ends meet. Sean works extra night shifts after his regular job to repay the debt. And his mother got a part-time job at a deli. They're both pitching in to clear the remaining debt, which is only fair. I'm focusing on work to get back the money I spent for Sean. When I've saved up a bit, I might plan a solo trip. Until then, I'll just take it day by day.